That's kind of what I was thinking too. Taking a nice nap, relaxing. Having some wine, cheese, usual stuff.
All right, sorry, chat. Streamlabs crashed. Oh, and out of character, Scott, if you got time after we wrap the session this evening, I'd love to just kind of chat with you about the thing that I mentioned in our GM notes.
Yeah, I got to go back to that.
As everyone settles down, Azar will set up first watch and munch on some of the bread that's still in his pocket.
Okay.
Well, Katu asked Belladonna, shouldn't you maybe, fly back and get that chest before the guy that runs real fast can circle back and get it?
Well, he did say he was on his way to Blackley Hold because his brother, I believe, was being held by these people that want the artifacts. So at some point, I suppose he's going to come back this way to retrieve them, or someone's going to come to retrieve them. So at some point, maybe I should go camp out down there. This is,
Well, so Belladonna, you got some magic item lore skills.
Yeah.
I'd recommend you roll that. Because why would he circle back? Why would he leave and leave the chest behind him? He's supposed to have these items to go save his brother. You see where I'm going?
I know. But now I know where he's going. Praise him.
Okay. Hidden lore magic items. You made it by 3. Okay. I can give you a smidgen of information because this is a rare item. You have heard tale of storage chests that can be. There's a strange magic that can be used that has the chests actually connect to each other. It's 2 separate chests, and works a bit like a bag of holding, but it's like 2 of them. And you place items in one, and they can be retrieved from the other.
Fucking knew it. Yeah, I thought so. I fucking knew it.
Typically used by unconventional trades.
Also a great way to make delving really, really cost effective.
Yes.
So these are like a keyed pair. They're connected to each other magically.
That I can't answer for you with you only getting a 3 on the success. It's one of those, you've heard of these objects.
I just need to get to my books.
But they're extremely rare. And that's about what I can give you.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, then that would mean that we could put something in there that you might be able to magically trace and hope that somebody on the other end takes it out.
Of course. Well, if anything, it'll still go there. If that's how it works.
Or we could put something like truly mean and dangerous in there.
So, you guys are able to give the horses a decent rest. Because you showed up. You showed up before evening. And so, the horses will be able to get a decent rest before turning around and riding back. Now, do y'all plan on riding them wide open on the way back too?
No. It wouldn't do him any good.
Well, and I mean, do we want to go back, or do we continue forward to Fackley Hold? And I mean, that seems to be where the items are. Should we just continue on?
I think that we could continue on, because if the guy was telling the truth, which I still do believe, I think he was, then he'll be going straight to where his brother is being held. Supposedly, that's where these people, had him, and they may be at the same location. But if not, then we can at least continue our investigation from there. Which is where we were going to place anyhow.
We don't want to recover these magic items in a box in the town we just left?
Well, according to the lore that I understand, the magical box is kind of like a transportation system. It's linked to another magical box. You put stuff in the one end, and it appears in the other, and can be removed, and vice versa. So if I went to dig up the other box, it would be empty.
Well, you'd have to know that the stuff was in the box. Oh,
Yeah,
but Belladonna wouldn't know that. Damn.
Yeah. But I don't know that. Yeah. I don't have precognition or any of those kind of things where I can see the future.
Yeah.
Well, Belladonna could fly back really fast and see. I mean, that might be worth. I mean, we on horses it takes 2 days essentially. I'm not sure we would.
True. You guys could continue up the road, and Belladonna could go back and check for the box.
Yeah.
Maybe even retrieve the box and bring it back, even if it's empty. We may be able to use it to find the other end.
If it's not too heavy to carry. But yeah.
Oh.
Okay. That's probably a good idea too.
Okay. Well, then roll me your eagle flight spell.
Okay.
Or hawk. Is it eagle flight or hawk flight?
Well, I don't know. I think Eagle Flight's an upgrade for Hawk Flight. Yeah, Hawk Flight.
Alright.
Airborne.
Yep, you're good to go.
The next one after that is Ludicrous Flight.
Double checking. Oh, he's gone plaid. 80 miles an hour without encumbrance. Encumbrance moves move normally. You don't have any encumbrance.
No, I don't.
Move fight normally. Combat advantage if above foes. Yep. Okay, so on and so forth. Duration is 1 minute for to maintain. You got this at 20. So, okay. So it's still going to cost to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to cost you 2 per minute to maintain. 80 miles an hour. Hold on. Calculator.
It may not be as efficient as we thought.
Let's see. 80 divided by 60. All right, come on, calculator, dude. Stop taking forever to come up. My calculator's just sitting there like this. It is completely hung.
Wow, that's that hard of math.
Apparently, I can't use my calculator in Windows 10 anymore. Okay.
What's half your problem?
80 divided by 60. Will it do that? No. I was kind of hoping.
80 divided by 60? 1.3?
Okay, 1.3.
Is it hours?
No, I was trying to get how many miles a minute you can travel.
Yeah.
Because
So
80,
1.33.
so 1.3 miles a minute.
What's the distance?
About 50 miles.
Mm-hmm. So about an hour.
Oh, I did it wrong.
But so we need 50.
50 miles divided by 1.3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that'll tell us how much mana she has to spend.
38 total, and I've got 40.
Boy, that's gonna run you. That's gonna run you deep. All right.
Yeah, I'll be tapped out on fatigue, my energy reserve, and the power stone in the sword.
Okay. Give me a second.
But what I can do also is fly for using up 19 endurance or fatigue, which is and go half the distance, and then take a break, do a recovery, and then fly a remainder of the distance, and again recover. That way I don't have to tap into my my items.
Give me a second.
So if we keep going, it's going to take you probably 3 days to catch up with us.
I'd say maybe 2.
Okay.
Depends on distance, though. I don't know what the distance is.
Yeah, well, because each day they travel, they'll be able to add another 24 miles to the distance. So, but at least we know that you were able to travel that.
Probably 108 miles to Blackley, so.
So, but we know that you were able to travel a distance using Hawk Flight. It's a little expensive, but yeah.
Can be done.
All right, so let's take care of. I want to take care of the Belladonna section first, guys.
Yep.
So Belladonna, you make it over there to that house, and yeah, it's completely run down. Nobody lives there. You can see. I'm not going to borrow any die rolls on this. It was very carefully concealed, very expertly concealed. But you can see where the ground was somewhat disturbed. A minor amount of digging, and I want to say minor amount of digging, I mean, he only buried it like 6 inches down. There's 6 inches of dirt sitting on top of it.
Because I would have been pissed off if it was 6 feet. It's tough.
You're able to uncover this ornate chest. Got some gems and stuff on it. Looks very nice. So you pull it out of its little hole, and then what do you want to do?
I guess he said you just simply open it. So if it kills me, it's okay.
Okay.
So we open.
All right. You open it, and you can't see the bottom of the chest. It just looks like blackness Looks like something that you'd be able to just reach in and be able to feel what's in there and just pull out whatever's in there.
But you can't see it, just feel it, huh?
That's what it looks like.
Fuck it. Because that's one of her obsessions, just to see, maybe feel around and grab something.
Okay, so you stick your hand in, and for shits and giggles, give me a perception touch.
Okay. Oh, what?
Oh! Yeah, no, that's got too many penalties.
I don't know how that happened. Oh, then I get a shit roll the next time. That's crap.
Go ahead and roll it again.
That's the shit. I didn't even know that penalty was there. At least, fuck.
Boy, you did. All right, well, that's all that I needed was a made it by one.
Around in there, literally.
So you reach around in there, and you feel something that feels a bit like cloth, it's a little stringy. So you grab hold of that and pull it out.
Yeah. It's a rabbit.
Attached to the end of it is a sign that says "Do not remove."
No. So what you pull out of the box is somewhat morbid. You pull out a head.
I knew it. It's probably his brother's head.
And the head has some. How do I describe this? I mean, yes, it's the brother's head, but it's a whole. You can tell that it's got some familial resemblances to the guy you were talking to, the guy you captured. Sounds like he didn't make it back to town in time.
Or he was dead before. Once they got the stuff, they didn't have any obligation to keep the guy alive. So he may already be dead, or was dead.
Could be.
Before when we had that conversation. So. Well, if anything, though, box isn't that big or heavy, is it?
No, they'll go up. The box weighs about 10 pounds.
Okay.
It's about the size of a small chest. I mean, we're not talking like a little tiny coin chest, where we're talking something that you could keep clothes in. Apparently they already did their update, so I've got to go do a thing on one of my dedicated servers.
All right, so yeah, I guess the next thing to do would be probably when I rest, is analyze this box. Maybe I can understand more about it and find its twin.
Okay.
So yeah, so that'll be everything I need to do before this end, I think. So,
Right, I'm gonna flip back over to the guys for a minute.
Yeah. Sneaky kick back to those guys.
All right, so guys, how fast are you wanting to travel? You wanting to gallop the horses? You want to walk the horses? You want to kind of get a little canter going on? Speed them up a little bit and then slow them down. Type of thing.
No, I don't.
You ride in a canter, and then you can walk them for a while, and it extends the range and overall faster.
It does.
Yeah, and I think standard travel speed. I mean, I don't think that we want to get any further ahead of Belladonna than is absolutely necessary.
Okay.
So because she's got to catch up with us. So
Well, if you're at a standard.
Did anything happen over the night?
No, nothing happened overnight. But all right, if you're doing basically a standard walk with the horses, it's not going to be the 24 miles that I gave you guys. It's going to be closer to 16 miles. Because you're taking you're taking a casual ride through the countryside.
Yes.
Yeah, especially after running the horses hard for 2 days, I think it makes sense to take it easy for a day or two.
Yep.
Before we ride them hard again.
Yeah, give them a little bit of a break.
Yeah, they can come up lame. So. My daughter's a horse person.
All right. So y'all travel along. And now this is the spot where I wanted to do a thing, but I don't have a map or anything ready for you guys. And it would be an interesting thing to throw at you guys. But so this is where, as you've been riding up the road and everything, you come around a bend, and you get the whole halt that you hear from the woods to the side. And this is the point where I would initiate a combat with you guys. So I'd like to save that combat for the next game session. Because y'all get to play with bandits.
It's bad.
Because you don't look to be very threatening as far as they're concerned. And you got a lot of shiny stuff on you. And so they're going, hey, make some money off these guys. And there's only 3 of them. Stupid bandits.
And we're also probably fairly well armed.
So, but it's one of those where you know, bandits are bandits. They think that they can do a thing. There's only 3 of you.
They're going to be a bloodbath.
So, if you guys are cool with that, we're going to hold that until next game session. In the meantime, Belladonna, you are resting. You found the unfortunate morbid piece, but you know, and poor Scott, you know, he's GM, and the rest of you guys are GMs except for I think Bit Viper. And so it is one of those going, oh yeah, he's running on a script.
I also do DM.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, if we want to call it, we can call it.
so well, that was one of the things I was going to throw out there. But what I'd like to do, guys, I know the schedule's all janky here, especially with the end of year stuff.
Yep.
What I would like to do, if you guys are good with this, let me double check what we have as the current schedule up. Today is, oh, that's December. That's not the one I want to look at. I want to look at this one.
November one up.
That's January. Okay, now let's see. You said next week is your anniversary?
Right. And then the following week is Thanksgiving. So.
Yep. So.
And then I was going to pick up 2 weeks in a row, the 5th and 12th.
Yep. So what I was thinking about, guys, is that since Scott wouldn't be available, and I don't want to leave him just sitting there through a combat.
Well, I mean,
because a combat can take up an entire game session.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm also going to be I'm in Cargrand still. They're
Yeah.
3 days up the road. I'm not going to make it to a combat in time.
Exactly. So what I was.
If you run a session. I just won't be available.
So what I was thinking is that I'll run a session next week on Thursday, on the 21st, and we'll run the combat there, and I'll have the mobs ready, and I'll have the map ready for you guys and everything, and we can have some fun with that if you guys are good with that.
Yeah, I'm in.
Good for me as far as I know.
Okay.
Groovy.
I'm golden.
And then of course we will not join for Thanksgiving Day, even though my Thanksgiving's all effed up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, so here's the thing with Thanksgiving. So things have been a little stressful with my family ever since my dad passed a couple of years ago. And, well, thankfully we managed to talk my mom out of a couple of things. But my mom all of a sudden threw at us because she's been taking care of my grandmother and doing the whole, well, she's been taking care of that kind of stuff. And so she went, you know, I don't think we're going to get together at my house anymore. I think it's time for you boys to develop your own traditions. And me and my brothers all three of us were going, that doesn't work for us.
Well, free ride is over, huh?
So Thanksgiving, she's taking a break. And then my wife's family, you know, they're wanting to do Thanksgiving like on the 17th. So, I guess that's this Sunday.
It is.
But then, you know, they decided to really disappoint my wife because she loves turkey.
They got a ham.
And they said, no, worse. They're going to do it with, they have it in their head that they're going to do it with steaks and hamburgers.
Oh, Jesus. That's not even close to being a holiday. At least they didn't try to do it for Drunken.
So now on the plus side, on the really fun plus side, and I like giving good news out there. So with the issues we've had with the whole house stuff, a local church heard about our plight. They wanted to help us out, and they're actually supplying some funds to help us get some of the stuff taken care of. And it's what they're supplying is a drop in the bucket of what's needed, but hey, every little bit helps, you know. Yeah. And but then they gave her information about another place to go to you know, potentially get some additional help. They've got paperwork she needed to fill out and everything, and so they gave her the paperwork. But then they wouldn't leave. They wouldn't let her leave without having her take some food with her.
Oh,
They gave her all the fixings for an entire Thanksgiving dinner. And when I say an entire Thanksgiving dinner, she got a 12-pound turkey, a 10-pound ham, and all the fixings that go along with it.
Oh, if it wasn't
Nice.
it would be down there.
And I'm just here going, it's me, my wife, and my 3 kids, one of which is a kindergartner, the other is in, you know, also in elementary school, and the third one is a very tiny middle schooler that barely eats as it is. We still try to get kids menu stuff for her because she doesn't eat anything. And so now we've got this massive feast to be able to prepare. And my wife and I are both looking at each other going, we cooked this, and we're going to wind up throwing a whole lot of it away because it's going to sit in the fridge. You know, you can only eat so much. So,
I don't know. My wife and I could totally put down a 12-pound turkey on our own over the course of Thanksgiving and the weekend and the week after.
Well, you're tying over some days, yeah.
oh yeah. Well, one of my plans was I wanted to do something for my son that was done for me when I was growing up, and I always loved the drumsticks on the turkey because those things are massive, you know. And so
That's what I love about the Renaissance Fair.
so we're gonna pack my son's, you know, who's the kindergartner. We're gonna pack his lunchbox with a turkey leg so he can go have lunch at school and pull out a turkey leg out of his lunchbox. And I mean, you think about this: you got a kindergartner with a turkey leg. Little kid's he's gonna look like a caveman trying to eat that thing.
beating some people up. Okay, well, you can share with the class. I mean, literally.
So, well, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed the session.
Good. Well, it's good to get together with everybody. That's for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
At some point, eventually, I'll get to see you for real, Chris.
Yeah. Well, especially now you're on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian and I met up close to the San Diego airport at this place called Shakespeare. It was an English pub. Had a few beers and
Nice.
it was nice.
Which I also find hilarious, because that means now, Brian, you got to meet Scott face to face. Scott and I have been gaming together now for almost a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Exactly that. Yeah. It's crazy, but
Yeah. I have a couple clients that I now consider friends. I've been doing business with for one of them more than 20 years. We've never physically met.
Yep.
It's a different age.
It's okay. Seems to work for us, at least.
So, but at least you guys will be mentally prepared going, okay, next game session we're stepping into a combat. Now, Grant, you guys could really foobar this entire thing, and I know y'all are going to. I'm gonna have this whole combat set up and everything, and you guys are gonna just talk your way out of it, and it'll be 10 minutes in the game session, and going, oh well, that combat's over.
Yeah.
Isn't our job to screw it up for the DM?
I think it's part of it. It's definitely an appendix, for sure, on the job description.
And then
it's a worthy goal.
Lofty, yes. Very
so, out of curiosity, because you guys are catching the storyline bits from what Belladonna's seeing, what she's hearing, and everything. You guys are getting your story bits from your end. What are y'all thinking so far? I'd like to get your feel.
I'm thinking we're missing some information.
Yep. That's how I feel too. There's a puzzle piece that we need.
I think there's bad shit afoot.
Okay.
What was your first blow?
Yeah, the head was kind of a dead giveaway.
Oh, that's funny.
Ow.
That's funny.
That's
Put it
his
back.
line from Deadly Sin movie, what's in the bottom?
So yeah. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm looking forward to be able to get y'all some new gear and stuff. And then I gotta keep Belladonna away from the expensive stuff.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. She's gonna go. Oh, we never recovered that.
Yeah, I know. Some things, Hope it was insured.
Yeah. She's gonna say we never recovered that while she's wearing it.
Yeah, that would be it too.
So
by that time, I'll have my ultra appearance spell on.
But, I mean, normally, guys, we only run for another half hour, so, I mean, this is not a bad stopping spot. So I'm going to hand out 2 character points to everybody.
I'm ready.
Typically, during combat sessions, I hand out a little bit extra stuff, depending on how interesting y'all make the combat.
Sounds good.
So this has been a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to get back together. I'm glad we're going to run again next week. And then,
forget everything.
well, and then we're going to be making some, of course, some adjustments to the schedule. And thank you, Scott, for letting me take a break.
Yeah, you got the family going on and everything, so yeah, I'm gonna do those too. Then I'm gonna go on vacation.
All right, so one of our game sessions is on the 26th of December. I don't know how available I will be for that specific day. I need to find out more about what family plans are during those couple of weeks during the Christmas vacation with the kids and everything. So the 26th of December is going to be a little up in the air as to whether or not I'll be able to run. So I just want to throw that out there to you guys.
Also debatable for me. I should be good, but remains to be seen.
Right. Well, I mean, it's right there, right after Christmas Day, so it's that's always a questionable.
Yeah, that's
Well, for me, most of our family stuff will be done. What, next week after Thanksgiving weekend? Anyways, we do pretty much all of our holiday stuff that weekend.
Well, see, I plan on taking that week and the week after off from work, if I'm able to. I mean, I've got the time off available, and I had my unplanned vacation from the hurricane, but I'd like to actually take a vacation and just step away from work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the week of Thanksgiving and then 2 weeks of Christmas off completely.
Yeah, I got 2 days for Thanksgiving. I got Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday, and that's pretty much it. And even then, I'm not really off for Black Friday. And then, but then come January, we will try to get ourselves back into the mode of going, of actually flipping every week.
Yay. Well, I'm good for the 26th if you decide to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I should be too.
As far as I know, I'm good. I'll know well before then if I'm not. So.
Yeah, I should be able to tell y'all. I should be able to drop a message in the Discord, probably no later than the 19th, as to what's going on with the 26th. I realize that's a little bit late notice. I will try to be able to give y'all notice prior to that.
It's all good. I'll put it on my calendar as tentative and wait to hear it confirmed.
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, I should be good regardless. Worst case is I won't have access to the map stuff.
Okay. Oh, so you'd be in voice, but you wouldn't be able to roll dice or anything.
Correct.
Yeah, that would be challenging. Well, no. I've done that before for somebody. So, yeah, you'd be able to watch the stream, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of, if we wind up in a combat situation or anything like that on the 26th, then if we need to move your character around, you can kind of try to give me some guidance as to where you want your character going, and then I can roll your dice for you. Easy enough.
Yeah, that should be fine. The case in point is I would be at my sister's, so I'd have a computer, but not any of my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then just pure curiosity. What did y'all think of the Mercenary compound when you got to explore it at the beginning of tonight's game session?
I didn't get all the way around it, but looks good from what I saw.
That's a good looking map.
After I figured out how to tell what was a door and what was a wall.
Yeah, so, and the combat encounter we're going to have is going to be an easy map for me to throw down. It's one of those that I literally, if you guys are watching the stream, I can show you a little bit, and that way we can kind of have a little extra content on the stream. I did a stream a while back that actually showed me doing some mapping on Dungeon Alchemist, but I just want to do this really fast, and then I'm going to need to drop down to the GM area so that I can chat with Scott for a minute before he needs to wrap up for the night as well. It does take a hot minute for this software to load. the best thing about this software, you know, and no, I don't sponsor the software. I don't get anything from this. But the best thing with the software is that when I use the software, I can actually take the map and I can export it as a BTT map. And so it automatically adds all the walls, doors, and everything that I need on the map. So we say, new map. We don't need this in the Fey plane. I was working on something else with that. Let's see.
Is anyone else getting audio drops on Chris?
Yeah.
I am.
You got that for a moment while the Dungeon Alchemist was loading because it demanded all of my resources for a second.
I've been getting it all night, just a syllable here and there, but.
And that's going to be part of my internet connection as well. And once I get the new router tomorrow, hopefully that will be resolved.
Here's hoping.
All right, this is going to be a broadleaf forest, 50 by 50. We'll just leave it like that. Let's say generate. All right, now we got the beginning of the map. I can take this, and then I can make the road going up through the area, and to give a full combat zone. And then
Are you doing this on the main map in Foundry?
no. That's what I was saying to look at my stream.
Yeah, it's Dungeon Alchemist.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to drop off. I'll see you next week.
Okay, bud.
All right, guys, take it easy.
But
You
yeah,
will.
we can just paint terrain like this, and you can see. Oh, look, there's a cobblestone road going through this forest now. And then because I don't want the trees there, I can go to the object thing and say, all right, I need to erase objects. And just erase the main trees and stuff that are on the path. And there we go. Now we got ourselves a path going through the forest. And then this I can export out and then load it up into Foundry fairly quickly. And instant combat map. So, as long as I've got NPCs that I can use, as long as I've got those loaded into the forge, then you saw how quickly I threw that map together. I'm gonna say no on that for a second. So now let's also say this is also supposed to have some kind of crypt on the map. So I can say I want the Great Hall for it, and then I can say, all right, Great Hall should be about this big. We tell it, go ahead and generate that. And bam, we have a Great Hall with the door and everything. And so when I export this out, now this building will actually have walls and everything and a door for you guys to enter into, and then I can have, other enemies inside there. So that's how fast we can actually make a map. Now, granted, if I want it to actually look the way I want it to look, then that takes some time because then I want to go in and adjust the decorations and all that kind of stuff. It also takes all these light sources, these torches that you see here. Those all become light sources on the map as well.
Nice.
Have you seen any of the stuff from Bailey Wiki?
Oh yeah. I used to use him quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're doing stuff like this inside of Foundry now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's been like 3D stuff. It's really. I look at some of their videos and I'm just like, damn, I can't believe you're doing that in Foundry.
Yeah.
So.
But, for me, a lot of times I've got a specific way that I want my map to look because I've got a specific storyline I'm telling with the map. And so, I want the map to have all the aspects that I'm looking for. And so it's easier for me to design with Dungeon Alchemist. There's another mapping software that is currently in Kickstarter. Granted, their Kickstarter's ended. Now I'm just waiting for the delivery. But there's another piece of map making software that's coming out that I'll also be trying to use.
Yeah. I do a lot of craft, and it also will export out with the walls and stuff in place.
So, but all right, guys, y'all have a great night. Like I said, I gotta jump down to the GM voice to hang out with Scott for a minute before it's his bedtime because he's an old man.
Yep.
So,
Well, y'all, thank you for the game.
y'all have a great night. Thank you guys all for being here, and I look forward to our quote unquote combat session next week.
And we'll make short work of it.
Oh, and to be perfectly honest, I kind of had the plan and the intention of having a combat without Belladonna available. And so it just happens to work out that we're going to do it on his anniversary, so he's not available anyways, and his character's not available, so, it just works out all the way around. Because I want to see how you guys do without having the extra magic support. So, all right. Well, then, I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And, chat, we're going to wrap the stream here, and we'll catch y'all next time.
All right, be well.